I am copying all my descriptions or whatever. I am copying all my descriptions from YouTube to uh, my local machine and then on my hard drives and whatnot. Uh, because just to back it up, have it all backed up, and I think it's the smartest thing to do. You never know. I learned that in life. You just never know, and I might want to use them for something else. But not only that, you never know when YouTube could go down altogether. They say there's an asteroid coming, and that it may take out the power grid or whatever, and ruin a lot of servers and things. And if that's the case, I don't know. Right, and I have to back up all these titles too, and I have an automated software. I bought the premium membership too. Uh, what is it called? But a few years back, when Justin first became prime minister, I guess, one of his goals, he had this. It gets real personal with these ones, especially here in Canada. But I guess he had this goal. Didn't work out for him, but I guess he had this goal to intrusively tell people they couldn't have like certain softwares and stuff that they paid for, certain softwares that are owned by companies all around the world that people have paid money for. And I was one of his targets, and I didn't have even that much good software. Oh, he's a hungry guy, that guy, like to the weird level where he tries to intrusively intrude on Canadians. And I never knew it was like that because I could do the same thing, but I always chose not to. But don't wake the bears up, all right? Because any man can do that if they spend their. That's what I've tried to explain. That's why I call people like that weirdos because I could do the same thing, but I choose not to. But maybe he's having a lot of fun with it. It's a fun thing to do, eh? And but no, that didn't go through. If you purchase a piece of software, you can use that software. And if it's an illegal piece of software, there already is organizations like the FBI, and the FBI is really good with it. Quite possibly the RCMP, but I know the FBI, CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. There's no jealousy there. That is technically Canada's uh, agency, because we're supposed to be like a brother and sister nation, from what I've always understood. And but I know that we have our own agency, the RCMP, but the Central Intelligence Agency is someone that the RCMP looks at for their information. We have our own information too, but they got a lot of resources that I know we don't have, such as Area 52 and many others. So I don't understand that hostility that Justin tries to ensue, and his followers, his like super dedicated followers, they try to ensue an aggression towards some of those. But I understand they have their own. I think he's done a lot of things wrong or whatever, and that's why he's so like that. I think he was the culprit to that 2017 virus that went around. Um, him or his people, and infected large amounts of networks. That's the only one person that I can point to, because he is very private in regards to certain things that you normally wouldn't be, and he's very aggressive. He says he wants to kill people and take them out, his own people. and he thought he had so much power to intrusively be a dictator, like Saddam Hussein, and take over people's computers and things like that. People like you and me, or people that aren't nothing like me, and they think it's me, but no, they want to do it to me first and then you. All right, once they know they can get away with it. And it's been extremely hard for him to do anything because I woke everyone up, or pretty much a lot of people. And when he can't get me, then he starts going after his other person, and it never works out for him. But beware, it might work out for him one day. It's just a matter of time. But he's getting pretty old, all right? And he reminds me of my father when he was 45. And I'm telling you, my father, he's doing all right, but he ain't doing that. He ain't doing that good. He's just on his. He's not living in a Ben Mala mansion. Let's just put it that way. All right. So I ain't the guy that you want to come after if you want to get in a Ben Mala mansion. All right. That's a whole nother game. That's called real estate. And Ben Mala does real estate or whatever. So if you're craving that Ben Mala mansion, you're going to have to create a new business. I know he's mad that I think the cannabis business isn't doing as good as he hoped it would. And he's mad, but I'm mad too. Look at me. I'm working all day, all night. I've been up since early this morning. I still haven't reset my computer. See, it's still 7:29 a.m. I've been up since 7:29 a.m. or actually before that. It's now 9:27 p.m. I've been working all day long, and this is for years. Since I was like 15, since I was like born, I've been working. That's how hard a work it takes to survive, or else you die. It's a survival game. Okay, and that's one thing I told myself to get myself to figure it out was this world is a survival game because I played so much games when I was a kid. I would just sit there and that's energy. A valuable energy that you can never get back that you spend while you're playing that game and then you get tired and then you think you're hot shot. But all it is a virtual game that somebody else owns. It's just a database, and then they wipe the database and all that, and crush your level. And it's like I spent too much time on WoW. I want to do something else, something that's going to generate me money. And that isn't playing games. That is working, like building another business. You know, it's like you did the whole law thing when you legalized the marijuana for everyone. All right. Now, I think you should just get off law and go build another business. Like, get into real estate. Buy a property, flip it, go build it. Why doesn't your family do normal things? Like, I know they're working with me, okay, but why don't you, yeah, like I said, flip houses. You could buy an old house and then renovate it and then sell it, and that's what my family did. You don't even know the story, and I don't mean to be so aggressive, but you don't know the story of Susan Wilson and John Wilson. They came from very little, all right, and they worked their way up. I remember, but they always made sure that they had it when they were adults. I remember they didn't have the largest home. It was a nice one. They lived out in Georgetown, and they took care of that place. And then they sold it, and then they bought another place, and then they sold that one to get to where they're at now.